All right. Yeah, nobody African now. Nobody's African. Everybody black. Okay. You cannot find an African nowadays because everybody is black. Right? Uh, yeah, where's their charger, yo? Really? Dang, I see my son playing with it too. I don't know why I didn't get it from. Dang, damn, Dana. Hold on. 1 second. Okay, we can work with that. We can work with that. Um, okay. Yeah.
Is a donation.
Hey, this the woman panel. You're a panel. Like, stop it.
Good. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. So I came on the panel today to say that you will believe what they did to me today.
Who did what to you?
The FBA people.
What, ma'am? There's 49 million FBAs. Yeah, 49 million people didn't do nothing to you, sweetie.
So you know how I was on your panel the other day? You
Yeah.
remember? You remember? Yes, I was on your panel. And then next thing I know, I am on the YouTube. They put me on the YouTube, Tariq.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of videos, I think, of you on YouTube because you go on a lot of different people's panels and then they share the space. So, yeah.
Yeah, it is. I couldn't believe it. The YouTube channel is called IZM Radio.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's bad. I do not want to be on there. And if the person who owns
Ma'am,
the
you're already on social media, ma'am, because you're on this live and this is public. So when you get on these lives, you're already giving permission to have stuff in the channels.
Oh no! I did not sign up for it. You know.
Yes, you did because you're on live. Yeah, you're on a live space now, sweetie. That's how you read read the fine print of TikTok. Yeah, it's public. This stuff is public.
I was not aware. Yeah, I was not aware.
Once you call into a TikTok, yeah, it's fair use, sweetie. It's called. I know y'all don't really have laws in your homeland, but yeah, there's things like fair use laws and all that stuff, ma'am.
I know y'all. Not aware.
Yeah. I know when you're over there in your homeland with barbecue and them people like that, there's no fair use laws. People just be doing shit. But yeah, there's something called fair use laws because yeah, you've voluntarily
Why
called
are
in.
you always disrespecting? I did not say anything rude to you. Why are you bringing up the barbecue?
I mean, that's your leader. That's your leader, ma'am. I'm not being rude.
Do you like the chicken barbecue?
Yeah, that's your
That's
leader,
good.
ma'am.
That's good.
That's your
That's
leader.
good.
That's
Do
your
you like
leader.
the oh that's
What's
good.
disrespectful
That's your
about that?
leader.
What's
Right,
disrespectful about
right.
that?
They say Tariq is our leader.
You are
Barbecue
saying
is your
that
leader.
in my country they do not have the law. They have the barbecue.
They don't. Y'all don't even have a
that's the
president.
reason.
You
That's
don't
the
have a president.
reason.
That's not being mean. Y'all don't have y'all don't have a sitting president in your homeland, sweetie. That's not me being mean. That's just political reality, right?
It's rude because I did not, I was not rude to you.
That's not rude, ma'am. Ma'am. A political reality. Don't believe it. Don't talk over me. Don't do that. A political reality is not rude, dear. That's not rude. Y'all don't have a sitting president. The person. Why do you feel like that's rude?
Okay, so why is it that every time you speak to you have I did a little bit research on you, Tariq, and
Ma'am, because what you're going, you sound like you're about to start lying. So that means you tapped out. Okay, you tapping out. You're about to start lying. No argument. You're about to start lying. I did some research. Okay, this is when the tethers tap out and they get to lying. So yeah, you're not gonna waste time. You think you're gonna waste time and you're not gonna do that. All right. Yeah, you're not gonna do that. Here you go. When the tethers run out of logic, then they start lying. They think that's a tether tactic. When they run out of logic, because they don't have logic. There's nothing logical to debunk delineation because delineation is real. So what they do is just like monkeys. They just start throwing crap out of frustration. Monkeys are frustrated when they're in the zoo. When a monkey's in a zoo, because they can't go anywhere, they can't do anything, so they just start digging in their ass and throwing crap at everything out of frustration. You know, it's crap throwing time. Now you want to start throwing crap out of frustration. We don't do that. We don't do that. Yeah, it's because you're about to just start throwing crap, and we're not going to do that. We don't want to see zoo shit. We don't want to see zoo shit. Somebody said chimping out, right? Okay. All right, let's get the family in here. Raise your hands. Raise your hands, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. I did some research. Okay, that means they're about to start lying. Here they go. Yeah, we don't want to hear it, ma'am. We don't want to hear it. You're about to waste time. Understand, tethers, because the delineation has them frustrated because they can't do anything about it. So the name of the game is just to sit here and just waste your time. The name of the game is just to sit here and just waste damn time nonstop and just nag and be annoying. All right? And we ain't doing that. All right, y'all raise your hands. We got a lot of folks in here. Shout out to the family in here. All right. Rob, you want to get Rob in here? Let's get Rob in here. Okay, let me go to the request queue. Let me see. Let me just get some random folks in here. Rob, let me try Rob. I'm going to try you this way on the back end, Rob. All right, Mr. Rob.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, brother? What's up, Tariq?
Crazy. It's the end of my life.
Can you hear me? Oh,
I can hear you. Go ahead. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now. Yep.
What's going on, brother?
Yeah. I was in a panel the other day, man. And the South Africans are deporting a lot of Nigerians. So I was just listening to what they was talking about. And there's one South African lady was talking about. So I went on the panel. She was like, "Oh, I feel so bad for you Black Americans because y'all don't know where you come from and all this." I'm like, hold up. We are not doing this generic African thing, just like you was talking about. I'm like, we know where we're from. We're our ethnic group. When we say Black, we're not talking about a racial construct. And she's like, "Oh, but the white tea man told you that." I'm like, no, the white tea man came up with the out of Africa theory and the racial construct. We're talking about an ethnic group. We are from the soil here in America. I'm like, I was even telling them, like, you as a South African, you probably got ancestors from other parts of Africa, but you can still identify as a South African because that's ethnically where you're from now. And she was talking about oh no, we're all the same, we're all the same. I'm like, yeah, we helped y'all get out of apartheid. And the whole thing just flipped when I said that. She's like, what? Y'all didn't help us. What are you talking about? Y'all came to get the police off your back. What did y'all do? Oh, you ain't about to take credit for. I'm like, whoa, I thought we was all the same. Why can't we get a little credit for helping y'all? I didn't say we did, the whole thing, but yeah, we did help y'all get out of apartheid. She got all offended, talking about, oh, you think you're superior to us? I'm like, sister, you got an inferiority issue. I think a lot of these tethers really have an inferiority complex because we're waking up to our lineage. And when we tell the Ethiopians and the South Africans, et cetera, that we help get some of the oppressors up off of them, man, they get a real niche in their back over that. It's crazy. They want us to be their little brothers as a generic African, so they can big bro us. And now that we're delineating, they can't push that no more. And when we tell them, as a small 13% population, not only did we free ourselves over here, but we also had enough energy to help them out in their homeland. They get a real bug up there behind over that. But I've noticed that a lot. Yeah, man.
Thank you so much. Yeah, boy, yeah, man. See, they know not to call up with that shit over here. That's why the tethers. That's one of the reasons why a lot of the tethers get mad at me. They know that shit don't fly with me, because I know the history. I done been over to many of their countries. That's why a lot of that anger is at me. They always trying to discredit me, because they know that shit don't fly with me, and I know the history. They can't. I'm gonna break down names, dates, people, policies where we've helped them directly and got them up out of their situations. You understand? We did help them get out of apartheid in South Africa. That was us over here doing that. And they know that. They sat there and let Mandela sit his ass up there in jail for 27 damn years. They could have got him out of there. And by the way, from what I understand, it was other Africans who turned in Mandela when he was on the run. Other African nations flipped on him and got him hemmed up. We were the ones helping to get Mandela up out of jail. We were sitting up here making songs going all the way in the 70s. What's the Word? Johannesburg, Gil Scott-Heron and other people. Stevie Wonder using his star power saying, hey, y'all need to do something about this apartheid system. We were economically isolating that South African apartheid regime. We had foundational Black American lawyers, Randall Robinson and Charles Ogletree, going over there helping to write the Constitution to get that apartheid system up out of there. I'm giving you names and dates, ladies and gentlemen. So they can't deny that. That's why I tell we were putting pressure on that. There were songs over here that we were writing. I'm not going to play Sun City. That was a big resort down there in South Africa. And we galvanized a lot of the A-list music stars to say, hey, as a group, as a unit, we're going to not play in South Africa if they're going to have this apartheid regime. We shut down Sun City. These are facts, man. Come on now. We were pushing that line. We were standing up for South Africa. Even on our television shows, we were standing up for that. Remember on the Cosby Show? Shout out to my good brother, Mr. Bill Cosby. Remember on the Cosby Show, some of the grandkids, they had two characters, the Sandra character. What was her boyfriend's name? Her husband. What was Sandra's husband's name on the Cosby Show? I'm gonna show y'all just how culturally we were bigging up South Africa and using our star power for South Africa. What was the son? Elvin, right. Y'all remember they had two children. What was the children's names? Let me see if y'all remember this. Sandra and Elvin. What were the children's name? They had two children, which was the grandchildren of Claire and Bill. I'm bugging. Right. The children, yep, Winnie and Nelson. A lot of y'all forgot about that. Right. So we were still bigging up Winnie and Nelson Mandela and all of that on our television shows. Cliff, I call him Bill. Cliff and Claire, right. Yeah, the children's names was Winnie and Nelson. So this was the top rated show in the world. We were putting that out there, standing up for South Africa. Yeah? The backstabbers by the OJs, right. Man. Yeah, we were standing up. Yeah, y'all forgot about that. Y'all forgot about that. Yeah, we were calling the South African government out. Man. So yeah, don't let them sit here and act like they ain't getting no help from us. We were putting that pressure on them. And yeah, we can get some. We fight the race soldiers here. Yeah, we're dealing with the biggest, most powerful military system in the world. So yeah, they'll get a couple of us, but we fight back. Yeah, we're 13% of the population and still fight back, nigga. Y'all were 90% of the population and sat up there and let Mandela sit his ass up in that little ass jail. And I've been to the jail cell over there. I've been over there. I'm over there looking like, man, they could have got him about this shit. When I went over there, I think, ain't it on Bird Island, something like that? I'm like, yeah, they could have just got a boat and came over here and broke his ass the fuck up out of here if they wanted to. Yeah, you could have got this guy up out of here. And y'all the majority, he didn't have to sit up here for no 27 years. Hell, we got Assata Shakur up out of here.
Yeah.
Shit. We got Assata up out of here. Don't speak on us in a maximum security prison. Yeah?
That's a fact.
Like, we got Tupac's godmother up out of here. Come on now. So yeah, don't speak on us, because we'll show you how to get it done. Man, yeah, she died a free woman. Yes, she did. She lived her life all the way through on America's Most Wanted list. And now let me tell you something. Not only when we broke her out, she would move around. They had her move around different homes and communities in the black community.
Yeah,
never snitched her, never snitched on her, never turned her in.
Hold on, fam. I have a little technical difficulty. Give me 1 second. Give me a second.
You see, not like y'all did over there. Them African nations, they turned Mandela in.
Yeah, I do. Now I'm about to throw this thing out.
They snitched on them. We ain't snitched.
While we're here talking about it, that's
Look at
still
this
a
shit.
crazy
I
thing that
just
LeBron
that.
pulled up to Philly. How did
I
y'all
can't
like
stand
seeing
these
that?
smartphones, man. This damn sensitive touch pissed me off. All right. Okay, cool. All right. I tried. Let me crack my head up.
Different.
I tried. Let me crack my head up. All right. All right. All right. All right. I be sitting thinking hard. Okay. I be sitting thinking hard. Okay. I be seeing the word black. You know, we all notice it. You know, Native Black Americans, we all notice that the word black has been thrown around like crazy lately from people who aren't normally all of a sudden thrown around the word black. Like they are just so black now. They're not even African. They're so black. It offends me because I'm like, okay, because I know they playing. I'm like, you ain't black. Right. The whole campaign, you ain't black. Then I say, okay, let them be black. Let them be black. But then I'm like, what does that mean? Let them be black. Black, just go black. Okay, I'll let them be black, but they're black in what way? So some of them would say, look at my skin. Okay, so you're black because you're dark? All right, well, I'm not dark, so am I not black? But you can't say I'm not black because you didn't come up with black. We did. And we didn't come up with black because we were dark. So I tell a lot of folks that, right? So you're not black because you're dark, right? Because in that case, damn near every FBA won't be black. The average FBA won't be black because the average FBA is not dark. Some of us dark, brown, light. Yo, I can't stand these lights, yo. Got them. You ain't seen run that light? Man, go ahead. Yeah, so I'm over here like, okay, so they want to be black descriptively. I'm like, but how's that work? Because when I say I'm black, it's not descriptively. I'm not dark skinned. Neither is Prince, neither is Beyonce, neither is Jay-Z and a whole host of people. Okay. Nas, and the list goes on and on. Even Tupac wasn't dark. Okay. So then they'll say, well, I'm black racially. Okay. What does that mean? And then some of them would say it correctly. They'll say, well, race is a social construct created by racists, by white T racists. And they eventually reclassify the race as black. And they say anybody with alleged African ancestry or African phenotypes, they are black. So therefore, all of Africa, all of Brazil, Cuba, all these places, they all black. All these Latino countries, they all black. Cuba, Dominican Republic, they all black, including some of you black Americans. Y'all black. You're black racially. Okay. So let me get this right. So some of y'all are black because your skin color is dark. So what about the light-skinned Haitians? Are they black? I mean, yo, it's goofy. It's goofy. Okay, so the light-skinned Bahamians and Barbadians are Bajans. Are they black? Okay, so is all of Jamaica dark? So the light ones ain't black. And I ain't talking about the mulattoes. I'm talking about light Jamaicans. They ain't black. Okay. All right. So racially. So let me get this straight. Race is a classification. The black race is a classification of many different ethnicities and nations, right? Lumped up in this category. So it's a category. So you're black because you're in the black category. Okay. So you're black racially, you're black because you're lumped up in the category. I'm just trying to find room for when you're actually Jamaican. You dig? When are you actually Trinidadian? When are you actually Haitian? When are you actually Nigerian, Ghanaian, Igbo, Hausa? When are you actually that? Like, where's the room? You're black racially, you're black descriptively, and then you're African. Okay, so let's get this straight. You want to buy, and they got a nerve to say we have an identity crisis. Okay, hold on, let's get this straight. Now, we ain't never been all these identities at one time. You dig? Never. So you are black. You're black. You're African. You're Nigerian. What else? You're Igbo. God damn. And they are all these things at the same time. They'll tell us, hey, black Americans, you were Negro, you were black, African American, and now you FBA. It's like, well, you know, FBA and NBA is the same as BA, right? BA is just black American, right? So FBA and NBA, Foundation of Black American, Native Black American, it's the same thing as Black American. Like, as far as we're concerned, when it's applied to us, we're just adding a marked term on there to delineate us from you. That's all. That's all. It's the same word. Like, it's really nothing different. Now you could act like it's different. You dig? You could be a lying tether and pretend it's different. Same thing. Nothing changed but the marked term. The same way you guys say you're black Jamaican. What changed? Huh? You see how you throw the black in there to show how you're. You explain that to me. What is the difference between a Haitian and a black Haitian? Okay, and when you find an answer for that, then you can look at FBA versus a regular. You can see the difference between an FBA and a BA. That's immigrant cosplaying. So the same way you can find an answer or a difference between a black Haitian and a Haitian, which we don't see any difference. That same logic, that same answer you got, apply that to FBA versus BA. All right. So you guys throw black on Haitian, I guess, to separate you guys from whatever other Haitian that's there. Okay. So same logic here. Same logic here. We put, how you doing? We put the black there. I'm sorry, the foundational there, the native there. So the same thing. Hey baby, I see you in the queue. Give me a second, okay? Give me a second, because I'm actually in the store. I'm about to walk out. So as I walk out, I'm gonna invite you on. So stay right there. I'm going nowhere. Stay right there. Is that on TikTok? You're gonna be loud as hell. I ain't trying to have no loud discussion from all these mayonnaise folks. Matter of fact, I'm gonna invite you on. Just go on mute for a second. Yeah. Yeah. So your name is Baby. Give me 1 second, baby. Let me just purchase this item, and then I'm gonna allow you to, see what you guys say. Because TikTok, the phone it'd be on speaker. It'd be like loud speakerphone. I ain't trying to have my conversation exposed in front of these mayonnaise people. They nosy as hell. They want to know what's going on. Just give me a second. Give me a second. I'm at the register. Yeah. They be nosy as hell. What y'all talking about? I can't wait till this heat. Can't wait till this heat go away, man. I'm in New Jersey.
Yeah, take your time, bro.
Yeah. Okay. Right. About 2 minutes. Hello. No. I got one, but I won't use it because I'm on the thing. I ain't trying to, no. That's good. All right, thank you. Yeah, I didn't want to. I'm trying to let her know I'm live. I can't even get my phone number associated. Like, I'm trying to purchase. They want your phone number. I'm like, I got it. I said, no. You want to get it? You want to? I said, all right, now I got a phone number. I don't want to say it on the damn live. Okay, is that okay? Is that okay, ma'am? Can I not use my number today? So a whole bunch of trolls don't be calling me up, plastering my number over the damn internet. Is that possible, man? All right, yeah, it's bad. We don't know where you parked at. All right. Okay, so in a second, let me just get in the car and do me a favor. So you said you got points of contention. If you don't mind doing point by point rather than a whole bunch of bullet points and I got to address all of them, I'd rather just do one by one. All right, where's my keys? Okay. All right. All right. Okay, where are you from? He disappeared. Okay. I told the brother, give me a second. Did TikTok kick him off? Was that his troll account? Okay. I'm guessing that was his troll account and TikTok kicked him off. I looked down and invited him more and he just disappeared. Okay. Well, let me just proceed where I was at. All right. So every time I allow a TikToker on, I gotta cut my headset off so I can hear you. So when you don't come on, I gotta cut the head low battery. It just said my battery is full. It just said my battery is full. All right, so family, my fault. I told the dude I was in the store. I said, dude, I'm in the store. Give me 2 minutes. Oh, all right, take your time. Hey, yeah, you got time. Okay. And I get to the car. I'm like, all right, hey, where you at? He disappeared. He had points of contention. What point of contention you could have? Like, I'm giving you a fact, a reality. All right, so look. So here's the thing, family. I'm trying to teach people how to communicate effectively. I'm not trying to be a master communicator. I'm just trying to effectively communicate on a low level. You dig? Not no high level, a low level. You can't communicate on a high level and everybody else is on a low level communicating. You dig? So let's learn how to communicate on a low level. Go ahead, H1. Go. Man, what you that's a walkway. You don't know what walkway means to walk? All right. So he said I have contention. Listen, you got contentions over facts. I said, what way are you guys black? Right? That's Haitians, that's foreigners. All people that's foreign to America. Any foreign roots. I'm asking you guys with the foreign roots, whether it's anchor baby, once you it don't matter if it was anchor here first, second gen, don't matter. I'm asking, how are you black? And then I answered it. I'm like, well, you can only say racially, right? And then I will ask you, what does that mean? And you're probably going to tell me race black is the new name of a racial category created by racists. Okay. So I'm like, ha, makes sense. Racists will make up a racial construct. Got it. Okay. So black is the new name of the racial construct. Got it. Who's all involved in that racial classification? And he'll most likely say all of Africa, all of Haiti, all of the islands, all of Brazil, Cuba, Dominican Republic, damn near everybody. Everybody fall into the racial category. Okay. That's what I said. What point of contention could you have it? And then I said this. That was the first thing. Is that a fact or is that false? That's a fact. That's why some of them say that. I don't even disagree. And then they'll say, God damn. And then they'll say, some folks will say I'm black descriptively. Now, listen, I didn't say anything false. So descriptively black means they're looking at their skin color and they are saying they're black based on their skin color. So I'm like, okay, so you're black because your skin color, and let's say hypothetically that person's Haitian. So I'm like, okay, so what if it's a light skin Haitian or brown skin Haitian who's not black skin? Are they black? And they'll probably say yes to some. So I'm like, so then you're not black descriptively because that person skin doesn't describe them as being black. They're brown, they're copper, they're yellow, but you still call them black. So I'm like, okay, so then he claimed he came on and talk about that. It's like, well, I have some points of contention. I was like, well, you clearly didn't hear me. You clearly just came in because you see the letters FBA, and you're gonna tag me onto somebody else talking points, right? That's what they do. Like they treat all of us like a monolith. So like these folks would literally have a conversation with the person who says the FBA that I don't know exists on this planet at all. They will have a heated exchange. They might insult each other. Then he'll invite himself over here because you see the 3 letters FBA. And then he'll say, hey man, I got some points of contention. Remember? Now he won't say you because he he ain't talked to me directly, but he's gonna say y'all be calling me a tether. Y'all like wait, yeah, what's this y'all stuff, bro? Y'all like yo, what's this y'all? What you mean y'all? I don't know you. Yeah, but the last person I talked to who said they were FBA, they did that. Okay. So I'm included with them. Yeah, because y'all the FBA coach. Okay, got it. And then like what I'm gonna do with that? I either gotta cook them or just drop them. You dig? So then if I feel like having a conversation, sometimes I don't. Then I'll be like, all right, listen, man. Yo, what's up with these undocs people, man? They gotta get what the this motherfucker. Oh my god. They just pull over anywhere and let people out, yo. Yeah, I mean, it's no way she has a legal license. It's no way. No, it's nobody with a legal license who will ever do that. All right. There's nobody. This person was issued a temporary license for their temporary stay. There's no way they had a legal license. And they always got that look. I ain't gonna say the look, the DUMB. Yeah, I know the look. Yo, they always got that look. Like, me don't speak English. Don't judge me. I don't speak English. You can't judge me. They always got that look, yo. That crazy DUMB look. You just stop traffic. You didn't pull over nothing. You just stop traffic and let somebody out right there. Yeah, man. And I'm gonna blame Donald Trump because he was supposed to do his job, bruh. And I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed of him of his job. I'm not impressed, man. Anyway, so when I ask people of foreign origins, that means people who cannot look at their genealogy and see folks listed on the 1870 census. Folks who don't have a genealogy like that, that means you got foreign roots, foreign origins. You're not native to this country. All right. When I look at y'all, when I talk to y'all, when I hear y'all, and when you say or I ask you, how are you black? You pretty much can only say one or two ways. Racially, that means white people said you are, and you believe that. Y'all still take whatever white man tell you. He said it, so it's true. I get it. Or you guys would say your skin is dark, so you're black descriptively. And the dude said, "Hey man, I want to talk to you. I got a couple points of contention." I'm like, all right, give me a second, because I'm like, yo, what is there to contend with? I said nothing but facts. If y'all go Google the definition of the black race, it's gonna say people of African ancestry or African phenotype, something like that. And then you look at black as an adjective placed on humans, right? It's gonna say dark skin. I got points of contention. Okay, whatever. All right, man, give me a second. I'm in the store. He couldn't give me a second. And Let me do my hand. Okay, so there's a woman in there. Again, it's like white tea spot. There's a melanated woman there on the cash register, sneezing, blowing her nose congested. So there's an older white man in front of me taking forever. He's like, "You all right?" He said, "You ain't sick, are you?" Now he's clearly sick, but he looking like, "Hey man, I'm like 75. Like you risking my life coming to work like that." I can't blame him. And most likely he's gonna call because he ain't look happy. He said, "No, I'm okay." It's like, no, but you are sick though. And then she don't have gloves. She got her regular bare hands. You feel me? No face mask, nothing. Like we talking about a job. Like you want to make the customers feel comfortable, whether the mask work or not. You want the customers to feel like they're comfortable. Bottom line is what we believe, right? You want customers to believe they're okay with you with gloves and a mask on. Yeah, his face, man. Like 75 years old. That dude did not look happy that she's in work, ringing up his stuff, sneezing and coughing with her bare hands and no mask. I'm sure he's gonna call in and yell like hell at the management. Right, corporate, like, yo, get that woman off that register, put her in the back stocking until she feels better. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I felt kind of weird, her bare hands, because she's sniffing like that. I know with no gloves, I know her dusty. I know her dusty self went around her nose with her hand at least once or twice. I know she did. Cause that's like there's some people that's just like a natural reaction when you got the sniffles and you ain't got tissue readily available. Okay. Anyway, so we went over Black South Africans, right? Their hustle, right? We went over the hustle of South Africans, right? Why they had a real name, family. They were known as Bantu South Africans. They voluntarily dropped Bantu, right? Nobody took it from them. No Walter Plecker, no Racial Integrity Act, no reclassification, no need to delineate, because the white South Africans are called Africans and Afrikaners. So Bantu, South Africans, Bantu people, we clearly know you're not, we won't confuse you with the other South Africans. So I think like people don't understand, and I know they don't, delineation. Like, yo, we chose this name strategically, and we chose blacks strategically. It wasn't because it was popping. So they already had a delineating term in South Africa. Bantu. That Bantu's you can't get more African than that. So they willingly, voluntarily got rid of Bantu for no reason, well, no good reason, and they replaced Bantu with black after being influenced and inspired by our black empowerment movement. That's why don't let these folks gaslight you, man. Don't fall for the gaslight. These folks really, really, really know they were inspired by us. Steve Biko, Biko, is the Bantu African who said Elrich Cleaver, Malcolm X, Dr. King, a whole bunch of people inspired him, and our movement was so powerful, so empowering that he decided to remove Bantu. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, folks need their own proud song so they can leave black alone. Go get your Bantu and I'm proud, Bantu and proud. Go get your Haitian and proud song, Caribbean, Nigerian. Go get your proud song, man. Be proud to be the flag you wave. They wave the flag all day long. Cover the car, tattoos, everything. Facial, social media thumbnails, their flag. Their flag is everywhere, but they won't name themselves. They won't call themselves after their flag. You can't get them to call themselves the name of their flag. They get offended when they say they're black. We say, no, you're Haitian. Now they tell us we're not black, we're African. So we say, nah, you ain't black, you're Haitian. They get mad. We tell them what they actually are. They tell us what we're not. Let me repeat that. We say what we actually are. They say we're not that, and they tell us what we're not. They say we're African. We tell them what they're not and what they actually are, and they get offended. I know it's a tongue twister, but I got to catch up. We tell them what we actually are, black, and they tell us what we actually are not, African. We tell them what they actually are not, black, and what they actually are, Haitian, and they get mad at us for saying you're Haitian. You can't make this up. It's like, yo, you got a flag after you. We don't have a flag. We don't have an African flag, man. We don't have an African culture. Nothing about us is African, and that's why we're offended. But everything about you is your flag. Haitian, Nigerian, Jamaican. Everything about you is that flag. We're calling you your flag, and you're mad at us. You wrapped your car, your social medias, your tattoos, all your flag is everywhere on you, in your house, on your car, social media, on your body. And we say, hey, you're your flag. And they say, no, I ain't my flag. I'm black. Where's your black tattoos at, man? Where's your black flag? Where's your Juneteenth flag? Where's your Black American Heritage flag? Where's your Black American Heritage flag? Where's your FBA flag? Where's your black flag? Why ain't your car wrapped up in a Black American Heritage flag? Melvin Charles, 1967. Why ain't your flag wrapped up in a FBA flag? Foundation Black American flag. Why ain't your car and tattoos and social media got the Juneteenth flag? If you're so black, how come nothing about you is ever black? They say they're black, but nothing about them is black. Like they have nothing symbolic. When I mean nothing symbolic. No tokens, nothing. Everything is island or African or Haitian. I never knew a person who's so black, but nothing about them they have no symbolisms of black people. Foundation Black America. There's no Dr. King. There's no like you ever heard an immigrant who say, "Oh, I love Dr. King." Oh my God. Oh my God. No, stop it. What they would tell us, you know, the three-headed horse. They're gonna say Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, and a Black Panther. Just name one. Or take off a Black Panther. They're gonna say Stokely Carmichael. Something like that. It's like, yo, if you are truly black, you will love black. We should see it. We should hear it. Dig? And the problem I had with these foreigners saying they're black, I have a bunch of problems. But another problem is this: they could take off their black, and they just could be. Remember, before they could do what they did before. Remember what they did before? They said, "I ain't black, I'm Haitian. I ain't black, I'm Jamaican. I ain't black, I'm Panamanian. I ain't black, I'm Nigerian." They could do that again at any time, family. So they can take off their black. We can't take off our black. We can't take off our black. And that's why I'm like, nah, you can't be something you can take off. That's why I say you're not black. The fact you can take it off. The fact you needed immigration or you had to be anchored in over here. Yeah, you're not black. So let's go with it. Let's go with it. So let's assume I'm descriptively dark, like them, like how they would say. They would say, I'm black, look at my skin. Let's say I got the same skin color as them, jet black. Okay, yeah, so both of us black skin. Okay, let's check that off. Okay, what else? Well, I'm part of the black racial classification created by racist people. Am I in there too? Yes, you are. Okay, so both of us are descriptively black. Both of us are racially black. Okay. Okay, cool. Now, apart from that, what else are you? African. Okay. I'm not African. What am I? Crickets. Okay. That's your continental identifier, right? Cool. What is your nationality? Haitian, Nigerian, whatever. Cool. What is my nationality? American. Cool. All right, okay, that's my nationality. What is your ethnicity? Oh, I'm Igbo. I'm so and so. Okay. What is my ethnicity? Black. Okay. Okay, so I'm ethnically black, I'm racially black, and I'm descriptively black. Black, black, black. I check all the boxes of black. You, black here sometimes, black there sometimes, but then at some point you deviate. You become Haitian, you become Nigerian, you become Igbo, you become Ghanaian, you become Cuban, you become Brazilian, you become something else away from black. At some point, if we keep peeling back the onion, your identity starts to go away from black. Why mine attack it head on. So if I'm dark skinned like you, then we're both descriptively black. We're both part of the white T racist social construct called black, right? And then my ethnicity is black. So I'm black, black, black. You're black, black Haitian, something else, whatever. You're black, black Nigerian, Igbo, something else. So at some point you deviate from black. We don't. Like you don't see that's the problem. You don't see that we're just black. that don't mean nothing to you. So we're just blackly black black, and you blackly black, Haitian, Caribbean, West Indian, all these they got all these identities. We just got black. We're racially black, we're descriptively black, and we're ethnically black. Black, it's the same word. They don't change. We're just black. For you, sometimes you're black, depends the context. Sometimes you're West Indian, depends on the, sometimes you're Caribbean, sometimes you're African, sometimes you're Igbo, sometimes you're Nigerian. I don't see that. No matter how you flip it, scratch it, rub it down. Oh no, we're just black. Sir. 1977, the OMB, Office of Management and Budget. That's a government administration in America. Number 15, directive number 15, 1977. Like Tariq, I give dates. That is when black became an official race. Now, of course, that's our government. So when they made black a race in 1977, officially in America, that means black wasn't a race nowhere else. Okay, that means everybody adopted that later, like they always do. So when did your country? Well, if they came over here, right? If they immigrated over here, then they checked the box black. Now they didn't become black, but I guess when they come over here, they become included into the racial black. Got it. I got it. Okay, I'm trying to follow this. Okay, so prior to 1977, you were not black at all, right? Or you might say, "Hey, my skin was black." Okay, cool. An Indian skin is black. A Mexican skin is black. Some Colombian skin is black. What does that mean? Okay. What I'm trying to get to is that your racial classification, your skin description doesn't replace your identity. Your identity comes first always. So if you're Haitian, you're Haitian. So let me give you the proper context. You're a Haitian classified as black, and may have black skin. Okay? You're a Haitian, classified as black, and may have black skin, dark skin. But you are a Haitian. That's your identity. Same for Jamaican, same for Nigerian. You're a Nigerian. That's your identity. You're Igbo, and you're classified as black, and you may have black skin. You got it? Black Americans. We're classified as black. We may have black skin. And before the OMB decided to make the racial class label black, we were black before that. Okay? 1977, nobody was racially black before 1977. Okay, that became the national race. It was Negro before that. Okay? So 1977, our government decided to make our ethnic name, because we were black ethnically before that. All right? They decided to make our black ethnic name share, well, I mean, so our ethnic, so black had dual purposes, dual meanings after that, dual usages. So black became, well, black was always the ethnic name, and it had just became the name of a racial classification. You don't see that? You don't see that as confusion? So when foreigners come to this country of melanin, let's say African ancestry, and they check the black race, okay, and they check the black race, they live around black Americans, and we're called black Americans. So they gotta wonder, are they black racially? Are they being called black because that's their race? That's how it had to play out. Now, somebody said, please stop. No, please invite yourself up. Yeah, not please stop, please invite yourself up. You guys, you might just missed it. You're Haitian, you're Nigerian, you're Igbo, you're Jamaican. That's your identity. Black is your racial classification, and you might have dark skin, but your identity is your flag. Your flag is who you are. So to go around saying you're black, that's grammatically incorrect. No, you're classified as black. You're grouped up as black, and you may have black skin, but you are a Haitian, buddy. You are Jamaican, buddy. You are Nigerian, buddy. You're not black. We're black. We're classified as black racially. Some of us might have some black skin, may not, but we for shit sure are black ethnically. You're not. And you're mad. But let me bring you to 1790. Okay? 1790, there was such term called free blacks. All throughout the 1800s, free blacks. This word label, this status was only used on former enslaved black Americans. That's it. Not a former enslaved Haitian, Jamaican, Brazilian, or somebody else. That was reserved just for us. Ain't none of y'all was called free blacks. Like, could y'all be free? I don't even know y'all could be free from slavery, because the way y'all was worked, you dig? Like, I mean, they was brutal on the Maroons, Jamaican, and they were brutal. Like, they was like, yo, he DEAD, okay, push him aside, get another one. You dig? Like, they did not do y'all like they did us. Like, yo, nah, we had families, you dig? We had marriages, we had kids, all type. You dig? You guys ain't lived past your labor. Yeah, I want y'all to Google how they did slavery in the West Indies. Yeah, a lot of these guys didn't live past slavery. They literally worked them to DEATH. Ain't no family, no wife, no kids, no, you know what I mean? None of that was going on. They worked them, and once that dude collapsed, they put to the side and hey, come. Next man up. Now they say next man up. They said next man up. They said next man up. That's exactly how they did them. Next man up. You dig? Like they really did that next man up thing on the islands. That's where they got it from. Next man up. Yeah, they got that from West Indian slavery. Yeah, West Indian slavery. That next man up stuff. That's a fact. Yeah. So free black was the term. So I'm pointing out to you, black. The word black has always been attached to us only. These guys ain't start being called the English word black until 1977, and it was a racial classification. It was everybody. It's not an identity. It's a group of people with identities. One more time. A racial classification is a group that invites people with identities. So it doesn't identify you. It doesn't change your identity. It doesn't revise and replace your identity. You already have your identity. You're invited or forced into this group with your identity. So if you're Haitian, you're racially black. If you're Jamaican, you're racially black. If you're racially black. You see, your identity is who you are. You're just grouped up as racially black people. That's your group name. But your identity is still Nigerian, Jamaican, Haitian. Okay? Now, some people will look at that and say, oh man, you tripping. That's wrong. I'm like, yo, you gotta be like gaslighting. You want to bite yourself up? You bite yourself up. I would love to hear your take on this. Go ahead and bite yourself up, man. I seen somebody want to talk. Because either I'm lying or I'm flying. All right, where's a straw at the front? Yeah, man. I'm either. And like the thing is, family, we know they know what I'm saying is true. We know their mom ain't telling them they were black. Come on, man. Don't matter if she did. But I'm saying just that. You're gonna cosplay, at least like act like you nah. If you're gonna cosplay, at least pretend your mom was calling you that their whole life. You know what's crazy? Let me tell you this. Hold on one second. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So some of like I had a what was he? Haitian woman that called me the other day. She kept telling me her mom said, mom said, mom said. So her mom, like, I mean, this woman is a grown ass woman, and she keeps saying her mom said it, so it must be true. Now, I want y'all to catch this. Some of y'all can already see where I'm going. Her mom said it, so it must be true, right? So, and I hear a lot of them say this. So, but when we say our mom said we were Indian or they mixed with Indian, they said it ain't true. What you did? I mean, yeah, the family, the gaslight. So we have oral traditions, they're false, which a DNA test. But they're allowed to have oral traditions. Their mom's story is supposed to be validated because their mom said it. But when it comes to Black Americans, if our mom said it, nope, what's your DNA test? So at some point, family, at some point, at some point, we gotta do the unthinkable. Okay. Because some of y'all be like arguing tooth and nail trying to convince them of something. Okay. At some point, I told you I'm gonna create an icon of a gas light tank in your car. The gas when it lights up, you need gas, and that's going to be the when I have the gas light. You just know we're talking to the tethers and white supremacists, the people who gaslight us the most. Like that image will be the token for them. If Black Americans have an oral tradition, an oral story from parent to parent, it doesn't count. What is your DNA test? What does that say? But these guys are allowed to have oral traditions, oral stories, a lie, whatever, and we just got to accept it. You dig? All right. So I'm gonna just give it to you like this. You ain't black. Okay? You're exactly what your flag said you were. Shit. This is my battery. Where's the car charger? Yeah. You ain't black. I'm gonna tell you what you are, but it ain't black. You are exactly what your flag said you are. Okay? If you got a Haitian flag, you're Haitian. You're not black. If you got a Jamaican flag, you're Jamaican. You're not black. If you got a Nigerian flag, Ghanaian flag, Senegalese, Eritrean, Congolese, Zimbabwean, South African, whatever you got, whatever that flag says, whatever name of that flag, that's the name of you. Okay? You wave your flag around, but somehow you're not your flag. So you gotta make that make sense. You are waving your flag around, but somehow you're not your flag. No, you are your flag. You are your flag, and we are our flag. We got the Juneteenth flag that represents the freedom of Black people. We got the FBA flag, foundational Black Americans, and we got the Black American Heritage flag. You dig? We are our flag, and you are your flag. I think there should be no issue with that. There should be no issue with that. Everybody just what their flag is. You're what your flag say you were. Okay. How about that? How about everybody just be with their flag, the name of their flag? Our name of our flag is Black. So we're that. The name of your flag is Haitian, Nigerian, Jamaican. You're that. You got a West Indian parade and festival and carnival. You're that, man. Yeah, I've never, we're not used to that. Black Americans, we're used to people being proud of. Mexicans got Mexican pride. They got Mexican pride. I ain't never meet a Mexican who was not proud to be Mexican. Puerto Ricans are proud as hell, man, waving that flag around. Your Latinos say you gotta be proud. Well, Black Americans, we do too. Native Black Americans, we should gotta be proud. First of all, there's nobody more proud than us. I'm gonna be real, and that's unbiased. There's nobody more proud to be themselves than Native Black Americans. But I do gotta say, I do gotta say, them Puerto Ricans, man, they be proud as hell. You dig? They ain't gonna cosplay and be something else. Mexicans, they are proud as hell to be Mexican. Iranians are proud as hell to be Iranian. They ain't trying to be nothing else. You dig? They are very proud to be who they are. They are, I'll say it this way, they are very proud to be the name of their flag. And where's my phone? I'm trying to let you on. There we go. What's going on, Sims? I'm on. Let me connect my headset again. So it's not going to tell me it's connected. Yeah, my headset is the hardest to cut on. No, it's the hardest to cut off. I never had a Bluetooth nothing where, I mean, this thing is so difficult to cut off. Oh yeah, nah, I don't want you, my man. Yo, you are so sick. Yo, you are so sick, my guy. You are so ashamed to be who you are. You named yourself Tariq Nasheed. Like that is. Hey, yo, man, I can never fathom that, my guy. You dig? You are so ashamed to be where you from, your homeland, that you actually named yourself, your TikTok account. You actually named your TikTok account. Your account. Yeah. These guys, I told y'all a while ago. They try to project Tariq Nasheed as our leader. No, Tariq Nasheed is their leader. Okay, he's their default leader. They they voted him as their leader. These sick tethers. They voted Tariq as their leader. When the big homie be live, and I try to invite myself up to talk to him, lineage stuff, lineage business. I look at the names in front of me. It's about 40 Africans in front of me. It's like God, like no FBAs are there waiting to be invited on. It's about 40 Africans in front of me. Like, yo, I'm like, wait a minute, he's y'all leader. Yeah, he's y'all unwilling leader. He is y'all leader for real, for real. Ain't no FBAs like that. Like, like we listening, we kicking it. I was mad as a piece to the chat, my YouTubers. I was mad as crap one day, man. Tariq had a topic. I was trying to like get in and chop it up with the big homie. But it was literally about 40 man, watch my language. It was about 40, Africans, family. No lie. In front of me. And guess what? I'm like, oh dang, I ain't gonna never get on. So I took back my invitation. So I waited about an hour, man. I came back on family, no lies, about 120 Africans in front of me. So I'm like, yo, these guys worship this dude, yo. These Africans worship this dude. Like they looking for validation. Like they want his autograph, yo. I'm thinking, it's no way possible that I can believe these Africans when they say they don't like Tariq Nasheed and he's divisive and troublemaker. There's no way possible that they are patiently waiting. I told you I had to leave. I ain't waiting for 40 people. But guess what? Number 40 is waiting for 39, right? Number 40 is waiting on 39, folks. So I'm like, and number 39 is waiting on 38, folks. And 38 waiting on 37, folks. Like they are patiently waiting in the hopes of talking to Tariq Nasheed. They're waiting their turn. But they claim to like not like him. He's divisive, xenophobic, and I'm like, nah, that ain't making sense, man. That ain't making sense. You gotta wait until he invites you up. So like he gotta choose you on some old like the Price is Right type stuff. You dig? Like you gotta feel. So when he choose them, they feel special. Like it ain't like you automatically hop on, like you're the next in line. No, he actually got to choose you. And they sit there waiting patiently as hell, man. More patient than me. I'm like, hell no, I'm out. Anyway, South Africans. This is a fact. They were called Bantu people in South Africa. That was their delineating term. It was all theirs. Nobody's going to confuse a white tea South Africaner with a Bantu person. You dig? Bantu name was specifically and exclusively for the Bantu people of South Africa. Right? So they had what we demand today. They had what we're fighting for, stepping on today. They have their delineating term, my family. They went out there and said they were inspired by our foundational Native Black American empowerment movement. They said they were inspired by that. So Steve Biko started to call Bantu people black. You can't make this up. He started to say black is beautiful after Dr. King said it. He started to say I'm black and I'm proud after Jane. I mean, I'm not. Y'all can Google this. All of our mantras, our affirmations, whatever term you want to use, all of our chants, phrases about black is beautiful. He went back to South Africa and did all that. And family, he listen, I'm not joking. After doing that, stealing our stuff, he is known as the black. Yo, listen, I wish I could share my screen. He is known in South Africa as the black and beautiful. Like they got him as the king of blackness. Something like that, some ridiculous accolade as like the black. Like he's credited with "I'm black and I'm beautiful," like that phrase in South Africa. Like, yeah, you can't make this up. He he stole our mantras, affirmations, phrases, all type of stuff. Went to South Africa with it, and he's credited in Bantu history as the originator of "I'm Black and I'm Beautiful." Steve Biko, look him up. He confessed he was inspired by Elvis Cleaver, Malcolm X, Dr. King, a whole bunch of people. A. Philip Randolph, oh, you know, everybody. Booker T. Wise, everybody. He was inspired by all of us. Madam C.J. Walker, everybody. And he went back and yelled blackity black black black, and now he's the father of blackness. Like I'm telling you, listen, family, go Google it. They got this. They got him like the father of black. Yo, you want to talk about cosplay and hijacking? Steve Biko, Biko, took our name, ran to South Africa, and started calling the Bantu people black. They looking like, no, black don't have culture. No, black means you don't know where you're coming from. Yeah, all those divisive rhetoric stuff they be saying to us. No, we're not black. Black means no homeland. Black means you don't know where you are. No, we're not that. He's like, yo, you black, trust me. You want to be black, trust me. You don't know what's going on over there in America, but believe me, what they doing over there, what they got cooking up, believe me, you want to tether on right now. Get ahead of the game, because the crystal ball, you know, they be doing that voodoo stuff. The voodoo crystal ball revealed to me that they will be delineating in the early 2000s. So take that name now and get as many tangible as you can, and as much clout as you can, because they will be taking that name back, and it's a guy named Unbiased Brown going to lead the way. But y'all better hijack that name now. Trust me, man. That's the truth. What about Black Brit? What about Black Brit? Again, these are people with already identification. These folks with they got identities. Their identification has their identity on it. Like these guys are Jamaican, they're Haitian, they're Somalian, they're Sierra Leonean, they're Nigerian, they're African, they're West Indian. Okay, they are immigrating to the UK, and the first thing they do is drop their flag and their homeland name, and they take on a new name, Black Brit. Family, they just can't leave Black alone. Black South African, Black Brit, Black Haitian. It's like, what? Yeah. But then they'll tell us we have no culture, no influence, no power. They'll say all of this, but they'll all clout chase the word black after we made it lit. So when you ask one of them, what is a Black Brit? They can't even tell you. They're calling themselves something. They can't even tell you what it is. Like, aren't you just African? I'm telling you, we got to gaslight them back. You ain't a Black Brit, you African. They tell us you ain't FBA, you African. What your DNA say? So we're gonna do this to them. You're a Black Brit. What your DNA say? What your DNA say? Does it say you Black Brit or African? Your DNA, bro. Does your DNA say you're a Black Brit or you're African? You got to give it back to them. Oh, I'm Black. You what? So family, all when you're in their spaces or they come into your space, something you're part of. If you're in a comment section, whatever, when they start saying how Black they are, ask them what their DNA. Ask them exactly what they tell you when you say you're Black. Do the same thing. What do your DNA tests say? Oh, you're African, right? Okay, you're African. It says you're African. Okay, you're African. There you go. You're African. You ain't Black. You tell us we ain't Black, we're African. You ain't Black, you're African. Let's go right there with them. I'm a Black Brit. I'm Black. You ever did DNA test before? Nah. Okay, do one. And let me know where it says Black Brit or Black American or Black. Same energy. A Black Brit. Brit is short for Briton. Briton, it turned out Briton is an ancient people, ancient European people that dates all the way back to 43 CE. These are Britain, and you could say these are indigenous people to Britain. They never left. Britons, Britons. These are a Britannic Celtic speaking European people. Okay, Britons are as European can ever be in life. Okay, you can't get more white tea than a Briton. So these guys are, and they're ancient. These guys were around before, like when Roman Empire started to conquer all of Europe and try to conquer all of Europe. They went and conquered and occupied Britain. That's how long they've been around. They've been around a long time. They're considered Anglo because they mixed with the Anglos and Saxons, so they consider Anglo-Saxon. Okay, but they are whitey people, white as snow. So how are you a Black Briton? And it's back to the first question. How are you using the word Black? Is it a racial category? Is it a description, descriptor? Like, how are you using Black? You don't got to ask a real Black person how we use Black, because the answer is we use Black the right way. That's the answer. How we using black the right way? As an ethnicity. You dig? Okay. I'm definitely making a turn. Definitely not going through this with these folks. And I still gotta, goddamn, I still gotta get to another spot. Hey, I got a busy day. I'm trying to tell you, like my day doesn't end really until I go to sleep. Like I am out and about, shaking and baking. Like, facts. Let's get back to the video. Let's get back to the video. It's all about the lineage, baby. That's right. Oh my God. Let's see, man. Yeah, man. We be kind of lit in the morning. I know it's early as crap, but I ain't gonna lie, man. We be kind of lit. Yeah, those tethers be bold as hell. They be calling in the morning. Those tethers call in the morning. They be feeling froggy. All right. So let me finish up that video.
Different homes and communities in the black community never snitched her, never snitched on her, never turned her in. You see, not like y'all did over there. Them African nations, they turned Mandela in. They snitched on him. We
That's
ain't
crazy.
snitch on Asada. We never snitched on her. And not only that, foundational black Americans were hanging up signs outside their windows saying Asada is welcome here. The whole community got on code to make sure she was going to be safe. Don't speak on us. All up and down the East Coast in Harlem and Philly, they had signs on the window, Asada is welcome here.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we were on code with that. In the belly of the beast. But by the way, you know the person who did try to set her up? You know the one person did try to set her up and tried to coerce her to get over here. You know who tried to do that?
Who?
Al Sharpton.
Wow.
But that's another story. I talked about that before. It didn't work.
Damn, Al.
Yep. Oh, y'all didn't know. Y'all better. Oh, I talked about that before. Here's some of the folks in the chat room. They know. Yeah, Jada. Yep. Oh, yeah. Sharpton. A lot of y'all don't know about that. Yep. Some of the folks in the room knew. They knew. They up on it. Some of the family, they know. Yeah, Sharpton's been on some bullshit for a long time. You know, Sharpton was working with the FBI for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. And that was one of the things. They tried to get him to get her to come over here to set up a meeting. Oh, yeah. Yep. Man, let's get a couple of more hands in here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a couple of more hands in here, ladies and gentlemen. Man. Let's get that in here. Who the hell is this? Y'all raise the hand. Let me get the family in here. Let's get those hands up. If y'all want to get in, y'all get the hands up. Let's get the hands up. Who is that? Yeah, they tried to set her up. Let me get y'all in here. Yeah, we're working to get Carmelo up out of here too, up out of that thing. We're working very hard to get that brother up out of there. We're going to get him out. What's up? Who's down in Alabama? Somebody said much love from Alabama. Respect to Alabama. All right. Shout out to everybody in here. Y'all share the space. Y'all share the space, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's talk about you and not people that already did. Who's a Kaleidoscope Poppy? Oh, hey, whoever you are, Kaleidoscope Poppy, and I can't let you in. Make a request because you're saying a lot of stuff in the chat room. So Kaleidoscope Poppy, whatever your name is, make a request because you're saying a lot of stuff in the chat room. If you got something to say, get on up here and say it. Yeah, don't do all that shit. Yeah, you got something to say, grab the mic and say it with your chest, bro. Let's see what you got to say. Because y'all know I let everybody up. All right, let me see. We got a lot of folks in the request queue. Let me see. B, I'm going to just let random people up in here. Okay, hold on. Yeah, Kaleidoscope Poppy, for some reason, it's not letting me bring you up. So you have to make a request. All right. Because you talking real crazy in the chat. Let me see. Raise the hands, family. Let's get y'all in here.
Stupid.
Let me see. Let me see. We got a lot of folks. Y'all hit those hearts, by the way. Let's get the hearts up. Let's get the hearts up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get Michael Jones. Let me see. King J. I'm going to just get random people. Michael Jones. Hop on in, Michael Jones. Mr. Michael Jones. And then we'll get Samantha. Michael Jones, what's up, Mike?
Yo, what's going on, brother?
I'm good, Michael. How you doing, brother? What's on your mind?
I'm doing good. I was just wondering, did everybody forget about the Blackfeet and the Cherokee Indians and the Creoles, man? Because it seemed like these tethers, they don't know no better.
Now, what are they saying about them?
They're saying that they don't exist. When we was here, when they came here, when they got their papers.
Oh, yeah. We've already
All
proved.
Illinois and Louisiana, New Orleans.
Right. Yeah, thank you. The tethers, they want to be in denial of Black indigenous heritage because they can't latch on to that. They need us to be displaced Africans, which we're not. That's why they try to shame us with all that pretendian talk. If we acknowledge the Black indigenous ancestry, they try to do this shaming tactic talking about pretendians. Whatever. That shit don't bother me because we have the paperwork, we have the lineage, we have the documents to show, and the archaeological evidence to show that there were Black indigenous people here. All right. Which we're mixed in with that and others, which makes us foundational. We're not displaced Africans. We got long ties to this soil. So I don't give a damn about these people getting mad. Again, they want us to be displaced Africans like them. We're not. We are not, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let me see. I want to see these hands. Yeah.
I can finish this one right here.
All right.
Wow. Video, man.
Get Big Dulo in the bill. Hop on in.
So I was supposed to finish this one right here. Oh my God. Revenue, where are you? I am best at dude Sunday morning. It got ugly like Shabba Ranks, but the Sunday morning flicks. Time to have. It got ugly like that. And Revenue called in, man. I come, man. Revenue, you made my Sunday morning, my guy.
Excuse me. And that bothers them. That really bothers the tether class. You understand? So they try to pretend the only way that a foundational Black American by being some
Not
non-existent
one car in front of me.
communal pot that we done
can't
snuck some money
stand
out of.
man.
Let's stop it. Give me a break. Give me a damn break. And also, they lack their own tangibles. See, these, because they have built nothing. They ain't got nothing. They haven't organized any kind of independent wealth building entities, nothing. They secured no global footprint, nothing. All they do is fixate on us and pocket watch us, because they ain't got no pockets to watch. And then all they do is talk about us. They love projecting their failed behavior onto us. Yeah. But the ultimate goal, ladies and gentlemen, all that shit, you stealing money from the FBA money, all of that is to basically try to delegitimize our lineage. Yeah. See, they try to do a smear campaign to delegitimize the concept of foundational Black Americans delineating from them. You dig? So everything we do is always a scam. It's a scam, it's a grift, it's a con. Just throwing out bullshit words over and over, just like that punk, that Democrat chill, wide bussy punk who called up earlier. They want to try to demoralize our lineage so that we don't keep delineating from all of this nonsense. Yeah, but as long as they know, as long as we're laser focused on our lineage, these people trying to tether on us and piggyback off of us and exploit us, that shit is done.
Doing?
Yeah, those days are over. We ain't going for that no more. Y'all get those hands up. We got a lot of folks in here. Yeah. FBA's a group, nigga. Yeah, they always try to redefine us. That don't work. Yeah, that train is over. That train is over. Yeah, people, they want to Africanize us so bad. They really want to Africanize us and make us generic Africans, and that ain't working. That's just not working, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of that, did y'all see, I talked about Cameron when he did a video that went viral. Cameron was like, hey, I'm not African. I'm just not African. And that went viral. So Vic Mensa did a response to it. Vic Mensa did a response to that video.
Is his name Victor?
And basically what Vic Mensa was saying, and by the way, Vic Mensa,
He gotta be Puerto Rican.
he's a rapper.
Yeah, rapper.
Vic Mensa, his mother's white and his dad is from Ghana. His dad is Ghanaian.
Oh man.
So he was calling out, he was like, oh, that was ignorant. He was like, yeah, people trying to distance themselves from Africa. I don't know why Black people are trying to distance themselves from Africa. Oh, why are they trying to do that? And then he went into this whole spiel about Cameron's last name, which is Giles, Cameron Giles. Then he went into some whole French medieval origin of Saint Giles, which is irrelevant.
Yeah,
People
that was
do that
corny
shit.
as
They
crap.
start getting into all of these non sequiturs
Yeah,
that
that was
don't mean
corny as
nothing,
crap.
and trying to break down the etymology of names. You know, Tether's be
Yeah, when he did the name thing, I'm like, what the hell I gotta do anything, yo? Yeah, a lot of our last names are from plantation owners. Like, like what was that? I'm like, yeah, that was weird. Like, where you going with this?
trying to do that with me. Tariq, why is your name Arabic, nigga? Okay, none of that has to do with no damn lineage. Okay, y'all just want to waste time. You don't really have an argument. Then Vic Mensa went into the legacy of
I can't
enslavement,
stand these people, man.
and then he
Can't
went
stand
into
them.
some archaeology, talking about Homo sapiens coming out of Africa 300,000 years ago, and then he's arguing that 500 years in America can erase 300,000 years of African ancestry, and then he started going into nationality versus ancestry. Then he went into DNA. If he took a DNA test, it's gonna come back with this. Man, good grief. Good freaking grief, man. The tether fatigue is real. Tether babble, tether babble. Listen. Tethers, listen. Vic Mensa, He's African. He has African uncles, aunts, cousins. He has direct lineage in Africa. All right. We don't. All right. It's that damn simple. All right. There's a lot of people who
That's
came out of
simple.
Africa centuries
That
ago,
was funny. It is that simple though.
thousands of years ago. Yeah, we're not generic Africans. All right. We had an ethnogenesis. Yeah. We, like a lot of people on the planet, got some African genetics. We got European genetics and we got Asian genetics. But your lineage is very important. Our lineage is foundational Black American. That's why a lot of DNA tests, we can't be traced to anybody over there now. You do a DNA test, they're not going to trace you to an individual over there. You understand? That's the reality. And trying to conflate the lived reality of a first generation immigrant, which is Vic Mensa, with the reality of a lineage that's been separated for the continent for centuries, that's just intellectually dishonest. And the reality is we had an ethnogenesis. Foundational Black Americans, we didn't forget our origins and all that bullshit. We survived ethnocide and emerged through the process of ethnogenesis. We brand new ethnic group. That's reality. And ethnic group is indigenous to the United States. I'm going to say that again. We are indigenous to the United States. We are indigenous to the United States, ladies and gentlemen. We are the foundational population of the United States. All right? We forged a distinct language, culture, spiritual practice, identity, culinary skills, all of that right here on American soil. Foundational Black Americans, that's not a denial of genetics. That's an accurate classification of an ethnicity forged on this soil. Good grief, it's real simple. Every human lineage can basically trace to Europe, parts of the world thousands of years ago. Time they developed their own distinct ethnic group. No damn body demands Jamaicans, Brazilians, or Europeans, these people. Nobody demands that they identify as generic Africans, nor do they surrender their national or ethnic identities. But there's always this hypocritical ass double foundational Black Americans continually badgered and shamed for claiming a distinct ethnicity that we literally bled to create. You did? And all of these people know we're different from them because they have pejorative terms for us. That's the real ironic part. Y'all know we're different from your ass because you told us we were different, damn it. You were the ones calling us Akatas. What y'all talking about? That's why don't be ashamed to distance yourself from these folks ethnically. Shit. They wanted this whole myth of a generic African. Listen, ain't no damn generic African. Africa is a massive continent with 54 different countries right now, thousands of distinct tribes, languages, ethnic groups. People on the continent, they identify by their specific tribe, their specific lineage, their specific nation. They don't act as a monolithic block. In Africa, they want us to be a big-ass generic monolithic block, and they are not a monolithic block. These people demand that we as foundational Black Americans adopt this generalized post-continental African identity, which that erases the geopolitical realities of the continent. And then that strips us from our unique lineage here. They want us to do some shit that they ain't doing, basically. They ain't got no unity over there. There's no one big old identity. And you know what it is, man? This is cultural imperialism disguised as brotherhood. See, a lot of these people, they want to leverage their proximity to foundational Black American culture so they can build platforms, they can build wealth, they can build influence in the U.S. But see, when they attain that platform, then they try to act as the cultural authorities over the culture of the people that they're participating in. So they try to tell a group of people who survived centuries of oppression here that we're supposed to identify, or how we're supposed to identify. That's like cultural arrogance. You see, these people demand that we embrace a generic African identity. It's really about access. It's not about no damn brotherhood. They come around us. We have to stick together, nigga. It's all about us being together. Unity is more important than division.
Hey, the way I handle these guys, I take the same argument you guys got, right? But I just repackage it and deliver a different way, and I get a different result, right? So when I came to the trick bag of DNA, like, no, it's good for some things, but it's not good at telling you you're African. That's not what it's designed to do. So when I totally understood what DNA tests are for and what they're not for, okay, I became unbeatable in arguing DNA, like because I heard people argue DNA with Tether and they be struggling. Tether be damn near winning. The minute I understood that DNA tests are not designed to tell you where you're from 400, 500 years ago, they're for medicine and biological other things, you know, the baby daddy or the person who commit the crime. And I understood thoroughly is not to identify you, and because they now keep in mind, because they want more than scientists to use their product. They want the average consumer to use it, right? So when the average consumer uses it, they gotta pitch it as though it can identify you. You dig? You dig? So because they pitch it like that, the government said, okay, then you got to put the fine print there. Then you dig? You know, they be reading all fast. Details so different, so separately. You dig? But in this case, they said no, because it's a private company that's making money off this. You gotta say for entertainment purpose only. You don't get to do the small fine print. Hey, do it. Find here. Take this DNA test. It will identify you 500 years ago. Then you read the stuff fast. Disclaimer. Fast. No, they said because you're pretending this to be science. You gotta say for entertainment purposes only. And family, I knew that was there, not for everything it's used for, but specifically that is there for people who think they can identify themselves through a DNA test. Okay? I knew that much. So I came in the game late. I came in the argument late, but I came with the most powerful argument because I understood that thing up and down. It's like, okay, yeah, it's over. And you got a lot of Pan-Africans who would want to argue the DNA thing. They won't do it with me. Brother Jabari kind of gaslight WAC 100 DNA. I dare. That's why I need folks to tap in, man. Because Brother Jabari, these guys ain't gonna pull up unless I got some big numbers. Because if they get the ass kicked, they don't want the clout. You feel me? They don't get the ass kicked and they just they're like, nah, I'm gonna get something out of it. In their mind, in a tether, in a clout chaser mind, it has to be a symbiotic relationship. They don't mind losing. It's like when the guys fought Mayweather, they knew they were gonna lose. When guys fought Mike Tyson, they knew they were gonna lose. But with symbiotic, you knock me out, you become great, I get paid. Okay? So clout chaser, that's how they see it. You knock me out, so what? I get paid. I get clout. But I kept telling y'all, they ain't gonna come until they see the numbers. Cloud chasers love numbers. That's why they all lined up to talk to Street Nasheed. You did. But my argument, motherfucker, my argument with the DNA subject, I think was better than most people that was before me. Because I really had nobody go. If I look at all of my debates on DNA, they all tapped out. Like, ain't nobody go back and forth with me. I ain't go back and forth long. I pull rank. Nope, that's not what it's for. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you this. Okay, and I asked them, hey, do you know what DNA is for? I think it's designed for to tell you who you are. Do you know its original purposes? They ain't gonna know, of course. So I become the teacher. Yeah. So when I come across information, I think I'm one of the best disseminators of the information. Yes, it is. Yeah, I know it ran this hard, but guess what? I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see. It ran like crazy, but I tell you one thing: I'm taking these shortcuts. Yeah. So the DNA test with me, like, I would love for more people to call in and debate me on the DNA test and tell me I'm no. No. Let me be more specific. I would love for somebody to call and tell me I'm African via a DNA test. That's like the easiest body bag for me.
Nigga, y'all ain't trying to get no unity. Foundational Black Americans, man, y'all, we've created the most globally dominant, lucrative, influential culture on the planet. I'm out here in Japan. These people are running around here dressing and acting like us. But see, the tethers, they want to blur the lines of ethnicity and they want to push a false monolithic identity so that the non-FBAs can seamlessly co-opt foundational Black American accomplishments, institutions, civil rights legacy, and resources without them having to respect the specific lineage that built them. They can just elbow us out the way and say, hey, look at what we've done since we are African, and I'm the real African. Look at what we've accomplished. And those niggas over there that's bleeding and suffering from all of the hard work, well, they ain't really got no culture. We ain't doing that shit. We're not doing that at all. You see?
Family, they call us pretendians already. Can you imagine if we said we were Africans? These tethers would call us Africans. Can't read to you. Or Africansers, something like that. No, we are native Black Americans.
See? Those days are over. And listen, claiming foundational Black American status, that's not a rejection of African DNA. That's a declaration of our survival and our mastery. So when we acknowledge our biological roots, that's basic science. And it's a genetic blueprint and a genetic footprint that we have here. That's very real. So when we identify as foundational Black Americans, that's about honoring our specific grandmothers, grandfathers, people like that who built the culture out of nothing in this country and who built the country from the ground up. That's demanding respect for a distinct ethnic group that shaped the modern world independently. We did that as foundational Black Americans. That's a reality. Shout out to everybody in here. We're in here deep. We're in here very, very deep. Shout out to everybody in here. Raise them hands. Let me get the family in here. Let's get those hands up. All right. Excuse me. Damn. All right, let's get the hands up, family. Let me see who we got in here. Bree. Let's get Bree. For some reason, I can't get you in. Let me get you in on the other side. All right. Yeah, they don't like us having constructive conversations like this. All right. Let me 3 answer. One. Who is this? Y'all raise the hands. And y'all share the space, everybody. Share the space. Everybody share the space. So I'm blessing Japan with my prayer. Yeah. I'm bringing some of that FBA energy out here to Japan. You know, I'm out here standing on that FBA business, ladies and gentlemen. The food is great out here in Japan, man. The food is absolutely great out here. Absolutely phenomenal. Muhammad, hop on in, Muhammad. I'm going to just start getting random people up. Muhammad, hop on in. Muhammad, hop on in, sir.
Doing
Hey, Muhammad, how you doing, fam?
doing all right. I'm
What's on
here
your
in
mind, bro?
Montgomery. Oh, I had just left another live and I was checking it out over there. And I watched as certain people came up onto the panel, and the topic was, how is it that the word black is all of a sudden now become confused, except for when it's used in a negative term.
Right.
And like we have a way of knowing who we are because it's almost like it's centered in our being, like a beacon. Like you could tell what's real and what's fake. And we have our ways of doing that. And I don't care what city you come from, what neighborhood you come from. Everybody know there's a Pookie or popcorn or somebody. We know there's all these different peoples in every neighborhood because our family members came up with different things, you know what I'm saying, that made us all have somebody that was like that. So we have like a shared culture, even though we've never even been to a particular city. We've been there. Every hood is the hood, and for us to have like almost a second sense of who we are, a tether could never catch that. And a lot of times when they try to latch on cosplay and do things like that, they don't understand when their actions are so disingenuous, and it's like we see it, we call it out. Part of who we are is that call out effect. We want what's fresh, we want what's real, all of that. So the fake shit, we catch it just like that. And a lot of times, people don't understand what's authentically ours. Like the guy came up and I started laughing. He's like, oh, you done fucked up now. You done let me up here. And I was like, who the hell? What the hell? And then it was real interesting. I watched that and it's like, why do people think that we're so gullible, or that we have no self-knowledge, where when we determine to do something, we've determined to do some delineation was met with immediate response, like, yeah, it's done. It's overnight. Anything else that we push, it's like, yeah, it's done. It's overnight. That's how we rock. That's what we do. People don't know how we spread it to each other, etc. But we know what's ready for us and we know what we're supposed to do because everybody's already of the like-mindedness. So like people from the try to infiltrate and use a negative connotation. They use things that they think will make us sound like, they're, and they think it's endearing to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, nigga, you a motherfucker, so and such and such. Okay, that's what you think that we are. See, when we say what we say, we do it in certain contexts. We don't do it every time like that, like the way you're doing it.
Yeah,
but I think
that music gonna come up on this guy.
See how you view us, So a lot of the stuff that centers around the term blackness, I grew up with telling other people, man, you black, because we were identifying based off of looks and color pigmentation and stuff like that. And we say, oh, that's some of our people right there. And we tried to treat people as if they was our own people, but resoundingly they kept saying they not black. So since they not like us, then you not like us, black. Now everybody.
Thank you so much, brother. I had to land your plane. What was going on?
I told you.
Thank you so much, brother. Twin.
Professor Fleck. Professor Fleck just.
You saying the same? I mean, the dude just rambling. Like, yo, you're freestyling. It's okay, but your freestyling just landed and stopped. If Tariq would have had Tariq been quiet, he would have been talking for 30 more minutes. Like, listen, when you have a conversation, family, when you join my panel, same thing. Land your plane. Let me respond. Don't just keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. Say what you got to say and wait. Let me respond. Let me get a reaction. Let me say something. People hop on here, they just talking, circling. I be getting dizzy. Like, dude, I ain't trying to be nasty, but dude, be quiet. Shut up. You're saying the same thing over and over, the same point. That's circular reasoning, my guy. Like, just now, that guy, that's literally, that's a logical fallacy. That was called circular reasoning. He was talking in circles. He wasn't going nowhere.
What's going on,
He's
brother?
saying the same
I'm
thing,
good.
just different ways, over and over and over. Like, dude, oh man.
How you doing, brother?
Once again, it's a pleasure speaking to you again. Man, these tethers, they love, you know, blaming the division on you and making it seem like you're the leader and like we don't have a mind of our own. I want to ask the tethers a question. Walk with me. Was Tariq there when they directed the movie Sugar Hill? And for the family, we understand that scene. We saw that infamous scene in Sugar Hill. Let me go back even further. When Malcolm X went to the African Union, was Tariq there? And he went to the African Union to ask for help. And in other terms, that those Africans told Malcolm X to kick rocks. Let me go even further. Was Tariq around when Marcus Garvey was trying to get Pan-Africanism popping, even though he was found out to be a scammer, but he couldn't even get it popping in his own country. See, he had to come here. So when they talk about this, this all of a sudden this division, I want to ask the question: when was there ever unity? Because how you spell unity, there's a you and I in unity. So when has there ever been a you and I? But Flex, man, it's a pleasure speaking to you. I'm gonna park my Uber on that. Peace.
Respect, brother. Yeah, listen,
And that's how you land a plane. Make a few points. We got it. Stop.
Listen, Tethers ain't no damn leader and all that. That when Tethers start talking that leadership, that's a deliberate insult to the lineage. I want y'all to understand that that's an insult to 49 million foundational Black Americans.
Right.
They're saying that to be insulting. They know good and well that ain't no leader of a lineage. That's them deliberately trying to be insulting, to try to reduce our lineage, to delegitimize our lineage, because they can't latch on to it. The civil rights movement, they've latched on to the term African American, on to Black can latch on to everything that we do. But this, when we say foundational Black American, that's the one thing they can't latch on to. So because
I'll let them finish.
They can't latch on to it.
Yeah. Why don't immigrants stop at stop sign? It's like immigrants get stop sign fatigue. Like they don't like stop signs. Like they get stop sign fatigue, man. They approach that stop sign so fast. It's like, dude, I gotta blow my horn, you dumb tether. Like, look how fast you're approaching stop sign. I'm not gonna trust you gonna stop. Like, they be having stop sign fatigue, yeah.
Because you don't have clout. You don't have the clout to delegitimize anything. So all you can do is basically sit in little spaces and whine incessantly. And that's the thing that's frustrating them, because they're realizing that they don't have the charisma and the clout to move the culture like that, because you can do it in your own homeland. So basically, it's a whole bunch of just whining and nitpicking and just nagging us all damn day, because this delineation has whooped that ass. And let me tell you something. Yeah, we didn't divide shit. We just start checking these people in mass.
Right. Let me ask that real fast, because Tariq might go live in a second, and I ain't trying to be using this content when he about to go live. Let me say this. I don't like the fact, like, this is why I can't accept foreigners being Black. There's a bunch of reasons, but here's my new main reason. The simple fact that they can go right back to where they were before, when they said, I know Black, I'm Haitian. I'm no Black, I'm Jamaican. I'm no black. I'm Nigerian or African. The simple fact they could do that again. What's stopping? First of all, they're not black. But let me tell you this. What is stopping an African, a Caribbean, a Haitian from 5 years from now saying, you know what? I ain't black, I'm Haitian. I ain't black, I'm Jamaican. I ain't black, I'm Nigerian. They can go right back to that, family. We can't do that. We can't take our black off. They can. They've done it before. You dig? Well, they was never black, but I'm saying like in their mind they done it before. But we just permanently black. Like we can't take it off and say I ain't black. I'm this. I'm so and so. And say yeah, all right. Because they know our history. Black Wall Street, black history, black churches. Like we could never say we're not black, but they can't have done it. That's why I cannot license my blackness to foreigners. I just can't. Like, hey, yo, man, look, y'all got your own identity. Y'all got your own flags. Be happy. Well, I can't say be happy, but you should be happy. I'm guessing. I'm sure you went through rough times. I'm sure it ain't looking good in your homeland right now, but you gotta keep hope alive. Or stop disrespecting us, and maybe some of us will you know what I mean, link up with us and have some FBA speak on your behalf. You feel me? Yeah. This rain is like Noah's Ark, yo. I'm at my destination, but I can't even get out. We're gonna be soaked. Yeah, the simple fact they could take off the black like they done it before. Nah. You're black when you can't take it off. You're Haitian when you can't take it off. You're Nigerian when you can't take it off. You're Jamaican when you can't take it off. You're French when you can't take it off. You are British when you can't take it off. You're Chinese, Japanese, North Korean. You are Australian. You are indigenous and native when you cannot take it off. If you can take it off, you ain't that. That's the message, okay? If you can take it off, you ain't that. No matter what we call ourselves, we're going to always be associated with black. You can choose ADOS, you can choose Freeman, you can choose Salon, indigenous, native, whatever you want to choose. You will never get away from black. Black is part of your most golden years in this country. You dig? Where'd you do great as an indigenous person? Where'd you do compared to when you was black? Where'd you do great with any other name? You dig? The greatness came through the name black. Black Reconstruction, not indigenous Reconstruction. Okay, Black Wall Street, not indigenous Wall Street. You dig? Black banks, indigenous banks. Come on, man. The black church, no, the indigenous church. I mean, so black is undefeated. Okay, black is undefeated. I could go on and on and on. Free blacks, no. Free indigenous, no. Okay, okay. I could go on and on and on. All of our greatness came under black. Those 50,000 patents did not come under indigenous patents. They came under black patents, by the way. Okay. So I just want to put some respect on that black. I know people don't like it, but you ain't gotta like it, but you gonna respect it. You dig? Songwriter said, "When we gonna meet the first mixed African? I'm Ghanaian and Ethiopian. I'm Senegalese and Chad. I'm a Igbo and Hausa. I'm Igbo and Zulu. It's raining hard. Okay, yeah, this rain is ridiculous, man. I guess we gotta go in soak because I don't think it's gonna stop anytime soon. All right, family, listen. If you don't catch me live today, because Tariq about to go live, Tariq about to go live anyway, 6 o'clock. I think he's debating a politician. But look, if you don't catch me live again today, you might not. You can for sure catch me live tomorrow morning, in between 5 o'clock and 5:30 a.m. For some reason, the tethers on TikTok be litty, and they be calling in, and I'll be smacking them out the I'll be smacking them out the park like Barry Bonds, yo. You dig? I had to change my name to Unbiased Bonds. I'll be smacking them out the park. I love it though, because they don't know who I am. They don't care. They just get cooked. And of course, they chimp out eventually. Family, see you. I appreciate all you guys. Love you, B1, BAF, Black Americans First.